Next guest says there's a 99% probability of recession. Joining me now, the Conference Board Chief Economist, Dana Peterson. And Dana, we've got a great chart you put out, and we could see in the past when this is spiked up to these levels, and of course these have always been associated with recession, but in 99%, what happened to the 1%? So the question now then, of course, is if it's 99% within the next 12 months, handicapping it, maybe, because last time we spoke, it felt like you thought it would be happening sooner rather than later.
Yes, the thing is that the consumer's been much more robust than expected, and a lot of that's because the labor markets remain pretty strong. Yes, some jobs are being cut, especially in the tech sector, but for the most part, they're still seeing gains both in jobs as well as in wages.
You think a lot of people, almost everyone, has underestimated just how long it takes to suck trillions of dollars out of the economy? I really believe, I don't think, it's hard it doesn't evaporate right away, no matter what the Fed does. To your point, it has a cumulative effect. People have jobs, even though wages, year over year haven't been up to inflation. It just feels like that part has been underestimated.
Yes, well, certainly Federal Reserve actions have long and variable lags. Now, we've already seen the action in housing. Certainly the housing market has come off. We've seen it in terms of people buying fewer big ticket items that they need to finance. But it's really services. Consumers are still willing to get out there, go on vacation, and buy those services. So
should the Fed be, for lack of a better word, destroying the economy because consumers are taking a 3-day weekend to Cabo?
Well, I guess the thing is that, so far the economy hasn't been destroyed. We're not expecting big increases in the unemployment rate. We're not expecting millions upon millions of people to be let go. It's really going to be in the accounting, like GDP being negative for a few quarters. But for the most part, the labor market's probably going to be okay.
So let's throw in the wild card, this banking situation, which I think has made this recession call more likely, right, than not. But where does it go from here? What do you see when Janet Yellen comes out this morning and sort of tries to hint that, hey, you know what, we may give that Silicon Valley Bank treatment to other banks, smaller banks, and then we've seen all of the things from, we talked about all the money going out there, right, for the Federal Reserve. These preemptive actions, should we be bracing for more?
I think there could be additional shoes that will drop, especially because everyone is looking at those medium and small sized banks, right? And certainly Signature Bank and SVB were pretty large, even though they were quote unquote mid-sized banks. And so certainly you could have other entities that had similar profiles, similar mismatches between the duration of assets and liabilities come under pressure.
Let me ask about something I read, which are gray swans, right? So we're always talking about black swans. You said that we don't have time to go over 7 gray swans, but you're saying there are gray swans out there that all CEOs should be aware of. Just give us a couple.
Sure, absolutely. The big decision later on this year in the springtime in terms of the debt ceiling. Will we breach it? Will there be a deal? Also, the ongoing war in Ukraine, will it spread out to NATO countries, pulling in the U.S.? Those are just a couple of things that we're looking at that could, very low probability, but very high impact if they occur.
What do you do to offset that? Just save more money, put a little extra cash on the side?
Yes, especially if you're a corporation, make sure you're highly liquid. Make sure that all of your suppliers and your banks have all your ducks in the row. And make sure you have robust risk profiles within your company.
All right. Dana, I tell you, I love your work. Thank you so much. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
All right.